I'm gonna wreck it! My throat hurts a little bit.
Hello, let me tell you what it's like. No.
We're not jumping into this video already with Imagine Dragons. I know you love that song.
It's a good song. What's up, guys? We're the Cinefanatics, and today we are going to review... Was it Ralph Breaks the Internet? Wreck-It Ralph 2? Ralph Wrecks the Internet?
Not Wrecks the Internet. It is Breaks the Internet.
Oh, okay. My name's Robert Adams.
I'm Chris Adams.
And... didn't you have something planned for this?
I do. We're gonna start this video off. And if you're new to the channel, new to Cinefanatics here, you might notice that with our reviews, we like to have fun. We like to do a little fun thing before, just to kind of get you into the atmosphere, get you to the environment of talking about the movie and everything. We would hope that you would come here for the review and stay for the entertainment value that hopefully we're providing. Hopefully.
Although we do the entertainment thing first, so come for the entertainment and stay for the review.
We're gonna do a little quiz game.
Okay then.
Yeah, it's about video games. You see how that's connection? How that's a connection to the movie?
Yes. Now, here's the thing. Like, video games, I wouldn't say are like a major strong suit for me. Mm-hmm. I did play the Nintendo, Sega Genesis, a little bit of Super NES back when I was a kid. Ever since then, I think I dabbled a little bit in was it Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, maybe a little Medal of Honor. But for the most part, yeah, I really don't play video games.
But I mean, yeah.
So this should be interesting.
Well, hopefully you can answer some of these questions then. I specifically curated these, spent all day on them trying to figure out exactly whether or not I could stump you or not, and maybe a few of them I won't, but I think a few of them I might get you. So, the way this game is going to work is, I've got 5 questions here. You've got to get 3 out of 5 of them correct. If you do not get 3 out of 5 of them correct, you have to wear this Captain America mask the entire review.
Yeah, and I don't like stuff on my face other than my glasses. So, yeah, that doesn't sound comfortable.
Now, for those of you playing at home and wondering what this has to do with Wreck-It Ralph, Marvel's owned by Disney. They're in the movie.
Yeah.
If you win, I have to wear this for the entire review. Either way, you're going to watch a Wreck-It Ralph review where one of us two is wearing a stupid Captain America mask the entire time. Let's go with an easy one to start off with. Question number 1. In what game did Mario make his first appearance? Was it A, Super Mario Brothers / Duck Hunt, B, Wrecking Crew, C, Donkey Kong, or D, Commode Trouble, Rise of the Toilet Snakes? Get it? Because he's a plumber.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I know that the character in Donkey Kong is what Mario is based off of. I don't know if they actually refer to him as Mario. I don't think he's actually called Mario in Donkey Kong. If I remember correctly, he's like Plumber Man or something like that. Or Jumpman. I think it's Jumpman is what they originally call him. Something, yeah.
Okay.
But that's what it's based off of. So, what was the second choice?
Second choice was Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Donkey Kong. C, final answer.
That is correct! Good job. I'm glad you didn't go with any of the other ones, at least for your sake, so you don't have to wear that Captain America mask.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, fun fact. Donkey Kong is from 1981. It is a classic arcade game where Donkey Kong kidnapped Pauline and Mario had to climb a construction site to save her while dodging barrels. What many people don't know, and I have this written down here, so excuse me while I read it, is that Wreck-It Ralph, or what many people do know, is that Wreck-It Ralph, the Wreck-It Ralph game, I can't talk.
Fix-It Felix.
Fix-It Felix was based on the original Donkey Kong arcade game. However, what people do not know is that when they were originally designing the game, they were designing it after the video game adaptation of the popular Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen movie, New York Minute. Plans, of course, were scrapped when the twins' younger sister, Elizabeth Olsen, started becoming more popular than them.
I thought
Sibling rivalry, you know.
Donkey Kong looked familiar.
Yeah. All right, so you're 1 for 1 right now.
Yes, I will win.
Let's go question number 2. How old is Pac-Man? A, 38, B, 35, C, 32, or D, old enough that the power pellet probably means something different when he's hanging out with Miss Pac-Man.
Well done.
I'll give you a hint, it's probably not D.
38, 35, and what?
32.
32.
I'm making you do math here.
Yeah, because they're all like really close together too. So,
I didn't want to make it too obvious.
38, 35, and 32.
What year are we in, and when did Pac-Man come out?
Well, okay, so Pac-Man was introduced more of like the arcades and Atari, I would say, which would put him in the early, either extremely late or very early 80s, or so very late 70s, very early 80s. So 38, you said 38, 35, and 32.
Mm-hmm.
Given my age, which I'm not going to put on video or YouTube or whatever this device is.
Dang old.
I'm going to have to say that I believe out of all those options, I think Pac-Man probably came out in 1980, which would put him at 38 years old right now. So 38, final answer.
Okay. That is correct. He is 38. He came out in 1980 and is exactly 1 year older than Mario and Donkey Kong. So that means while Pac-Man is the father of modern gaming, Mario and Donkey Kong are like those really awkward uncles that you invite to the Thanksgiving meal who only bicker and talk about politics all the time. Now, I bet you're asking, which side of the aisle are they each on? Well, keep in mind, Mario has billions of dollars and wears red, and Donkey Kong has Donkey in his first name and just wants free bananas for the entire jungle.
Okay. Yeah.
Get it? One's a Republican, one's a Democrat.
Yeah, I figured that there was political humor in there. All right, so next question, because I ruled this game.
All right. Question number 3. This gets a little bit harder. What name does Mega Man go by in Japan? Is it A, Gutsman, B, Zero, C, Rockman, or D, Little Boy Blue, go blow your horn?
What was choice B?
Zero.
Hello, let me tell you.
No.
Oh, okay.
God, should have seen that one coming.
You forgot whose brother you are.
It's going to be a long video, folks. Strap in.
Yeah. So, Mega Man... So, basically, his name in Japan that's then translated back to English.
Maybe translated.
Like, it's basically what...
I don't know if it's a direct translation or if we just decide to call him a different name here in America.
Okay, so you said Zero, Rockman, and what?
Gutsman.
Gutsman. Mega Man. I'm trying to remember if there's any kind of like deviation of the name, how the name could mean something. I'm going to actually... I don't know how to explain it, but I believe...
There is no phone a friend.
I believe I'm going to go with... What was it? Rockman?
Rockman?
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Rockman. Yeah, final answer.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Really sure?
Yes.
Alright, looks like I'm wearing the Captain America mask, but we're going to continue playing just for fun.
So, something about Mega kind of made me think of, like, rocks or...
I was trying to throw you off there. Gutsman and Zero are both Mega Man characters. However, Rockman is Mega Man's Japanese name, and he was created by, if I can pronounce the name correctly,
go ahead.
Keiji Inafune in 1987, and it was, of course, developed by Capcom. Fun fact, the Rockman game's original designs were seen to be based off of the popular American rock band Aerosmith. However, they decided to change Rockman's design after the initial test audience began experiencing night terrors of seeing Steven Tyler in blue spandex.
Shooting stuff out of his arm instead of shooting stuff in. Never mind.
Wow. If I knew you were going to say that.
Let's just say Aerosmith has been on a fun ride, and good for them for their current life choices now.
Right. So technically you've already won, but we could say...
Let's have some more fun with
Let's see if you can go for all 5 here.
Okay.
So let's go with question number 4. Now we're going to mix it up a little bit. This is going to be a different form of a question. I want you to put these Nintendo franchises in order of best selling to least selling.
Okay.
Let's go with Super Smash Brothers, Pokemon, the Wii series, and Super Mario.
So I have to ask if you looked this up and found out, is this like adjusted for inflation?
It's just total gross over time.
Okay, so not adjusted for inflation. So Super Smash Brothers, Pokemon, the Wii series, and just overall Mario.
Yes.
So this one's going to be kind of difficult just because Super Smash Brothers is fairly new. The Wii series is fairly new. Pokemon is...
Wii's going to be newer than Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, because Super Smash Brothers was like on the N64, I believe, is where it started.
Keep in mind, Smash Brothers and Pokemon
GameCube
came out in basically the same decade.
Yeah. But Super Mario has been around for so long, it was like the sole focus of the entire Nintendo brand. For Pokemon, we're talking about just the games. We're not talking about the overall brand.
Right.
Okay, so this doesn't include like how much money the cartoon, the movies, the cards,
nope, just
whatever order they came out in was.
Just the games.
Okay. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm probably going to shoot myself for this, but I'm probably going to say Pokemon. I mean, I want to say Super Mario Brothers, but I'm going to guess Pokemon.
You want to say Pokemon is the highest selling?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the order for the other 3?
Oh, that's right. I got to put them in order, not which ones. So I'm going to say Pokemon, Super Mario Brothers, Super Smash Brothers, and then the Wii games. And I'm guessing by Wii games you mean like all the ones that are the faceless Wiis, or what was it, the Miis that you create, like the Wii Sports, Wii Fitness, Wii whatever.
Wii Sports, Wii Fit, Wii Sports Resort, all that.
We go to McDonald's and we eat a ton of calories,
not a real
whatever.
Thing.
Yeah.
Not a real thing. No, unfortunately you are incorrect.
Oh, go figure.
Yeah, the number 1 highest selling Nintendo franchise is going to be Super Mario at 627.51 million.
That's a whole lot of pipes that plumber has cleaned.
Yep. Second one is Pokemon at 301.5 million.
Okay, so I had those backwards.
Wii series is 203.15 million.
That's a lot of drunk people that are coming together to play Wii games.
Keep in mind that everybody owned a Wii game because they bought a Wii.
Yes.
Wii Sports came with the Wii.
Yes.
So, that's counting console sales there.
So the last one is Super Smash Brothers.
Super Smash Brothers comes in at 40 million.
Yeah, not the way you talk about it around the house.
I love that game.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Pokemon has an estimated net worth, total net worth, including everything, merchandise and all, of about $15 billion.
So when they said they gotta catch them all, they meant like all the monies in the world.
Yes, that means if Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos captured a Pikachu, the United States national debt would be fixed. Of course, since Pikachu counts as a foreign import, my math might not be correct. I didn't have time to look up tariff laws or exchange rates on furry electric rodents.
And Trump won't allow him to come into the country,
Hey.
so whatever. So one more question, right?
Yes. One more question. Question 5. Which Mario spinoff isn't real? Is not real.
Okay.
Is it A, Super Mario Maker, a game that lets you design and share your own custom Mario levels? Is it B, Mario Paint, a game that lets you create your own Mario-themed stamps, complete with over 60 different textures, and you can animate them to music as well as use a fly swatter to squash gnats? Is it C, Mario and Sonic at the Athens Olympic Games? Mario and Sonic characters compete in various Olympic trials at the 2004 Athens Games. Some games include shot put, track, and pole vault. I bet Sonic wins the track.
Yeah.
Or is it D, Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix? Exactly like the popular DDR games, except Waluigi has stolen the magical musical keys, which grant any wish, and in order to retrieve them, Mario and Luigi must complete various challenges of dance to restore order back to the Mushroom Kingdom. Which one of those four is not real?
Oh.
Keep in mind, if one's not real, that means the other three have to be.
Yeah. So I know I've seen a Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's specific to like the Athens, Greece or whatever. I could have sworn I've seen them like at like Japan Olympics, like Beijing or whatever it was.
Okay.
Mario Paint, if I remember correctly, Mario Paint was on the Super Nintendo and allowed you to do like all kinds of like weird things like that. And then a Super Mario Maker, I know that one is right because I bought that, played it once, and it's buried somewhere in my closet right now. But I know that there's a bunch of YouTube videos where people have just made the most absurd like Mario levels ever, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't drink that much, so I can't figure out how to do all that.
Right.
I'm going to go with what should be the obvious one, D, because so far all the D answers in this game have all been fake. So, D, final answer.
Incorrect! I got you!
It's not the Athens, Greece, is it?
Super Mario... No. Mario DDR, the Mario Mix one, is real. That's a real game. It is Mario and Sonic at the Athens Olympic Games.
It's really like Beijing.
The first one was Beijing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I was like, I have never heard of a Dance Dance Revolution with Mario, but at the same time, I could have sworn the Olympics was at Beijing.
Yeah. Yeah, I did fool you there. The 2004 Athens Olympics did not have a Mario and Sonic game. Beijing was the first one in 2008. And again, the Mario DDR is a real thing. The 2000s were a confusing time.
Well, okay then. Well, you know what you get to do?
Yes.
Because I rule everything.
Next time you see me, I will be wearing this.
Wow. Welcome back. So, because I won that game, he has to wear that mask, and I get to sing, hello, hello, let me play. Oh, okay.
For the good of all of America. No.
Alright, so let's get on to the review. We just saw Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2, whatever you want to call it.
Call it by the name Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Yeah, okay. Now, first of all, there's not going to be any spoilers in this, so feel free to watch this. No spoilers at all. Anyways, the story on this. So basically, Ralph and Vanellope have to leave the arcade to go out to the internet, and they basically explore the internet.
They have a reason for doing so.
Yeah, I don't know how much the actual trailer led to why they go out onto the internet, but I mean...
They didn't lead into why they were going to the internet at all.
Okay, so, I mean, from the trailer, you know they have to go to the internet.
Yep.
There is a little bit of a story, kind of like an overarching moral, kind of like the first movie where it was all about Ralph wanting to be a hero when he already was one, essentially, or he didn't need to prove he was a hero, something like that. But this one was actually pretty cute. I mean, the storyline was cute, the storyline was simple. World's best boss. Avengers Assemble.
America.
So, yeah, I mean, I liked the story. I thought it was nice. The movie was easily watchable just from a storyline point of view.
Yeah, no, I agree. I actually really enjoyed it. I think that despite not knowing from the trailers what the story was actually going to be, what was having to happen, there were a lot of great stakes involved in the movie. There were different periods of time where I guess there were different levels of stakes that were, that appeared during the different points of the movie, during the different chapters, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought they tied the whole thing together pretty well. There was moments where I was wondering, okay, where are they going to go now? Where are they going to go with this? Or, I was thinking based on certain scenes that the story was going to go one direction. For instance, without spoiling too much, there is a part where Ralph is reading comments on the internet, which we, in the YouTube space are very familiar with.
Very familiar with.
And so you're wondering, okay, what direction is this going to take the story? And then it goes in another direction with the story, and I was like, oh, okay, well, what direction are they going now? So it wasn't a matter of that I'm unhappy that it was going in many different directions. I just think that they did well tying in the different elements of the internet and having each piece actually progress the story in a specific way.
And I think part of what enabled it to do that was the humor of this movie.
Yeah.
The humor is what guides everything. One of the focal points is that they need to get to eBay. So they have to go to eBay on the internet. So once you shift focus from the fact, hey, we're in the internet, now we have to go to eBay, now you've got all these like eBay jokes and stuff that's being set up, and the humor was like that. It aided in the story, but at the same time, there was a whole lot of like standalone humor just sprinkled throughout the whole thing. A lot of humor for kids, obviously, because it is a kids movie, but there was a lot in there that were very like, I would say there was both highbrow and lowbrow humor for the adults too. So it was.
There's definitely stuff in there that was played more towards the adults, whereas kids may not get certain references or understand certain themes. It was more geared for adults, like a whole song based off of a dystopian racing game.
Yeah,
like it's you'd have to see it to understand, but something like that is more geared for adults than necessarily for kids. They're not going to understand the themes or the contrasting ideas between dystopian and fun song.
Oh, plus like a lot of things, like the room of the Disney princesses shown in the trailer.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, there is an entire, that's a whole major chunk of this movie is all about these Disney princesses. And what's funny is, first of all, how funny it is.
Yeah.
The fact that they got all the living voice actresses back to voice. So the actresses like Ariel, Mulan, Belle, all of them that are still alive came back to voice their respective princess. And also the social commentary jokes that were made in there. You saw some in the trailer, but there was still a lot more that were actually really good. And especially after the Me Too era of last year, these jokes land good, they land hard, and they're both eye-opening while still being funny.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of that kind of humor is what I think helped keep the story alive and kept it moving forward.
The whole Disney section was definitely my favorite. I mean, as you said, some of the jokes in there, you saw it in the trailer with Cinderella breaking the glass slipper to use as a weapon, basically. It's hilarious. I don't think kids will necessarily get that, but for us adults, it's fantastic. But yeah, the whole Disney section was just filled with some surprise cameos who we're not going to spoil here. But, just overall just was well played. The entire thing, Disney's very self-aware of the content and the movies that it produces, and they really showed off, hey, we have all this stuff, let's flex our humor muscles about what we own and what we can show.
Yeah, so with that, there were a lot of Easter eggs. There were a lot of the video game Easter eggs, which we saw in the first movie, but now we've also got a lot of basically internet Disney property Easter eggs. So we saw many. Star Wars, we saw Marvel, we saw various characters from these properties just kind of littered throughout the movie. It is going to be one of those that there's just so much to visually look at so quickly. When it comes out on video, you'll want to stop and try to see who you can see.
Yeah, we were sitting here watching the movie, and there's, along the same lines, there's so many brands in the movie too who've got their products front and center, their apps, their internet products. We're sitting here with Facebook, Google, YouTube, there's Twitter, Pinterest.
Yeah.
We're sitting here rattling off all the ones we can recognize, all the little references we recognize.
And I'm wondering how much these companies paid to get those prominent things. Amazon had this giant building. We mentioned eBay.
See, who knows? Who knows if the companies paid or anything, or if Disney was like, Here's some Disney money.
Yeah.
Let us feature your product in our film.
The downside about that, though, and unfortunately I don't like, this is probably one of my main gripes about the movie, is by doing stuff like that, while it's cute and self-referential to the internet, it also is, unfortunately, going to date this movie. You go back and you watch this movie 10, 15 years from now, you're going to see there was the Snapchat building. You're going to be like, what's Snapchat? Although I could be wrong, because Facebook's been around for, like, over 10, 15 years, something like that, since the early 2000s.
Do not trust investment tips from this man. He does not know which companies are going to be around in 15 years. He was just using Snapchat as an example.
Yes, so, I mean, some of these may not be available, and there's more than just Snapchat. I just use Snapchat because it's right off the top of my head, but there's other stuff in this movie that is definitely going to date this movie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't like it because it dates it, but at the same time, this is a nice Easter egg of like current 2018 and some jokes from like a long time ago.
Yeah.
That being said, make sure you stay after the credits.
Oh, absolutely.
The cast overall was good.
Yeah, everyone did their job. They pretty much nailed it.
Yeah. I mean, there's not really too much to be said about that. Music. That Imagine Dragons song is really catchy. It's like super uber catchy.
Oh yeah, then why haven't I caught it?
Because you have more self-restraint than I do.
That's true.
Way to go, Cap.
America.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I would say the movie was pretty good. I mean, it was cute. It was a good sequel.
I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. I thought it was great. I think it's definitely worth watching, especially if you have kids and the kids enjoyed the first one. Even though we're years later away from the first one. I think they mentioned it in the movie. We're 6 years out from
the first one,
because the first one came out in 2012 also. So
yeah.
I think it's good. If you got kids, watch it. If you don't, watch it. It's definitely worth a watch in my opinion.
Yep.
So what are we rating this?
Overall, I'm gonna have to give this. I'll give this 3 out of 5 apps.
Going with apps. Okay. I'm gonna go with. I'm going a little bit higher than you. I'm gonna go 4 out of 5 apps. I think that it was just a solidly entertaining movie.
Yeah. All right. So that's going to be it for this review. All right, then. So once again, we're the Cinefanatics. I'm Robert Adams. This is Captain America, Steve Rogers. Anyways, if you like this review...
America.
Yeah. If you like this review, feel free to comment, like, share, do the YouTube things. Subscribe if you would really like to, because it would be great for us if you would. And also stay tuned to this channel because we do have more reviews coming up, like Creed 2, and more trailer reactions that will be coming. We are still eagerly awaiting the next Avengers trailer.
What's the Avengers?
Anyway, so, yeah, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you on the next video. Later.
See ya.
Hello, let me tell you.
No.